This is verse 28 of the 12th chapter, Gospel of John. Jesus has posed the question as to the upcoming events that he's going to be dealing with in terms of the atonement, and indicating his human desire to let this cup pass from him as he spells it out in the Garden of Gethsemane. But then, of course, notes that this is the very reason he came. It was for this hour that now looms before him, that the incarnation, the entire plan of redemption had been worked out. And so how in the world could he turn his back on this great purpose now that the hour had arrived? And so instead he then offers the prayer that we have set before us here at verse 28, Pater. This is the vocative, Father, so addressing his Father, doxason. This is from doxazo. It means I glorify. This happens to be the second person singular aorist active imperative. So it's a command, Father, glorify. Then we have su. This is the second person possessive pronoun of you. And it's put up front here, you'll notice, in ahead of the word to onoma, the name. Ordinarily, the order would put it back here, so the name of you, but when it comes up front, it adds emphasis to it. So glorify of you, the name, is the idea. Glorify your name. In other words, it's quite emphatic that Jesus is not asking that he himself be glorified at this point, but rather is praying that the purpose for which he came, namely to bring glory to the Father, would be realized. And then we have this response, eilthen. This is from erchomai, I come. This is the third person singular, aorist active indicative, so it came. And then un, postpositive, therefore it came, phone, a voice, phone from words in English, phone, phonograph, that idea. So therefore it came, a voice, ek preposition with the genitive, to uranu, out of the heaven. Uranu, of course, the word for heaven in Greek, from which the planet Uranus has its name. So ek to uranu, out of heaven. And then the statement that comes here with two kais, so both and would be the idea. Both a doxasa. This is the, again, word doxazo, which means I glorify. This is the first person singular, aorist active indicative. So I have glorified, kai, so both and, palen, indeclinable adverb, again, doxaso. This is the future now, first person singular, future active indicative, I will glorify. So I have both glorified and will glorified. And implied in it is a reference to God's own name. So I have glorified my name and will glorify my name is the idea. So the answer that's given to Christ is that through the events that are looming before him, there will indeed be an answer to this prayer, that God will be glorified in the process, as indeed he was. And so the story unfolds here as Jesus is now responding, still in a kind of extended way, to the original request of the Greeks that they could be brought into his presence.